you ever noticed when you go to a doctor, they'll sit down and ask you what's the history? What diseases have you had? What operations? Why do they do that? I'm going to explain it more from my nursing medical intuitive background, combining the both. If you have a look at the word history, it actually says hi and story. I want to know what the story is. So in a medical intuitive consult, or when I'm teaching it so that you can learn about your own self, I want to know what the story is. Why did the disease or the situation or the experience happen? And the best way to explain it is to give you an example. So I'm going to give you an example of a client. Names are changed for confidentiality. We'll call her Gertrude. Gertrude was being disrespected by her husband and her son. And she came to me with pain in her breast. She couldn't understand what it was, had mammograms, nothing was there, no lumps, but just general pain. So I sat Gertrude down and I wanted her high story. I wanted to recognize the story. As she was talking, she discovered that, and notice I said she discovered, rather than me tell her, she discovered that everything she did, her husband would answer her back, put her down, and then her son would mimic that. As we pulled more of the story out, it wasn't her husband. She was actually mimicking how her mum was treated by her husband, her father, and her father did it to her. In the law of attraction, she kept creating that to her and bringing it to her. Yes, there was an emotional release, huge healing change for her. 2 weeks later, I wanted to see what the story was. And the story was, after that realization of what she'd created and that she didn't want to be her mum or her mum's story, she said her husband and her son in the second week suddenly treated her so respectfully, but more so, she treated herself respectfully. The way she treated herself was with self-worth and value. And that was her new story. So remember, your history is what is the story? What are you recreating? Is it past life? Is it now? Is it mimicking family? And that story will create your biology becomes your biography becomes your biology. So remember, what's your story? And you can wipe it out at any time and rewrite it. Enjoy story writing.